Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm your host and installer, Dwayne Lee, and you're at Creative Concepts. While the magic happens, we have a good show for you coming up. So stay tuned. Well, welcome back to a special edition of Creative Concepts. I'm your host and installer, Dwayne Lee, where all the magic happens, and you're looking at my 2007 FJ Cruiser, Project Blue Thunder. And as you can see, there is some progress being made. I know it doesn't look like it. Look like more stuff's being taken apart. But no, guys. Actually, you can see the headliner for the first time in almost a year and a half, 2 years. So got my radar detector up there. This is a custom mounted Bluetooth mic for the new Android system. That is a flip down. It's powered up, which that'll be in another video. But today I'm working on replacing the steering wheel, the factory steering wheel, as I connect a digital cluster. So that's going to be involved. All the wiring pretty much is done in the front. The lighting, the connections to the new Android unit. The only thing left to do is put some door speakers, replace these. That one's already out. And of course the rear seats and everything will have to be put in. But again, I'm going from the front to the back. So that's the way that's gonna go. And with all that said, guys, if you're gonna replace your steering wheel in any vehicle, make sure, number one, that you know what you're doing, right? So allow yourself at least 10-15 minutes when you take your terminals off. This is the ground, this is your hot. Make sure I would take them off of both terminals. Okay, so the battery is completely disconnected from the vehicle. All right, safety first. So the new steering wheel that I'm adding on is a sports steering wheel made for the FJ. Now you guys can do this either way. I actually use brute force to take off steering wheels. Most of the time you will need a steering wheel like it's just a device that you connect on there. I think you can rent them from different auto shops to take it off, or you can just use brute force. So, you know, I'm a little strong in that department. So I was able to just hit some, few blows on the bottom and the top. It broke loose, and that's all she wrote. So for the FJ, you're looking at 19 millimeter. All right, take that steering wheel bolt off. Again, you'll have to disconnect the battery terminals both. Allow 10 to 15 minutes. Take the horn off. Then of course on the FJ you got, and this is your horn and your airbag for the FJ Cruiser. So as you can see. So I'm gonna clean these parts up here. This is of course the cruise control that's gonna go on the new steering wheel. which is right up here. Let you guys take a look at that. Ordered it from China. I'm not sure why Americans can't make these. We have to order everything from China, but it's all right. They make some nice things, you know, some unique things that fall in the category of what I do for a living, which is in custom work. All right. Flat bottom. This is carbon fiber, and that is real leather. And it is a beautiful steering wheel. They actually make them in a factory. They sent me pictures before it was finished. It's a little bit wider at the bottom than their basic one that they sell, and that's what I wanted. So they built to spec, and I will be including all that information in a updated video once I get the steering wheel on. So here's the digital cluster here. I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm gonna go ahead and get started putting the steering wheel on first, but it is made by the company called ROBOTRON. All right, they make them for Jeeps, FJs, Mustangs, I think Dodges and stuff like that. So check out their website. They go through WhatsApp to communicate, and they're pretty responsive. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to it, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and got a lot of work to do still, but it's coming together. All right, you guys take care. See you in the next video. All right, guys, back inside the shop here. As you can see, I have this passenger side panel installed. You see the switch on the side right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and test it. I've already done my wiring when I ran it, of course, from that side molding. Connected all the way to the back where the inverter is back there. So I'm gonna plug in a regular nightlight bulb. Goes in the bathroom. Plugged in the outlet. I'm gonna turn my secondary switch on. And there you have it. There's light. So because the vehicle's not running, I checked the voltmeter and it's only basically 115 volts, which that's normal. When the vehicle is started and running, it'll jump up to between 120, 125, I think is the max for that. So and the chips are already inside, built inside of this base for the 5-volt USB charger. So again, that's pretty neat. And like I said, if you guys want me to put this in the description below, the link to it where you can order these, I'll do that. So but yep, it's coming along. I'm gonna go ahead and finish closing everything up, and I'll be heading my way towards the back. Pretty much all the wiring is done. The headliner's in, which I will be shooting in a different video, but still got the door panels to put on. As you can see, the dash is still under construction there. There's an Android system, and there's my switch panel. I've added some different switches in there. So once it's all complete, I'll be shooting of course, a full video on everything and just kind of recapping of everything that I've installed in here. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna head back to work, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hello, happy Saturday. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host and installer, Dwayne Lee, and you're at Creativeville Concepts, where all the magic happens. So today I wanted to do a sort of a recap on what I've done to my 2007 FJ Cruiser Project Blue Thunder. I have the amp connected, installed, and this is the actual panel where the jack, the vehicle jack goes. So I wanted to utilize that space for the amplifier. I didn't want to mount the amp anywhere else because I wanted to have a clean look, and I wanted to have enough area in there where it could breathe. So you know, inside of this panel, I guess you can look at my other previous videos where all this is open. It's pretty much has space and air inside of the different. You got your fender on the outside, but you also have a pockets of space in here where air can get through, so this amp can actually breathe. Now, most people with FJs actually mount their amplifiers under the seat. I didn't want to do that because you know, it's really, when you start running cables and power stuff through these different places in the floor, it's kind of tight in here, so I didn't want to bind up anything, and I definitely didn't want it to look, you know, sort of ghetto. So I wanted to have a very clean look, nice install. So that was my choice, to actually mount the amplifier inside of that space back there. So but anyway, guys, I'm gonna get back to working on a few things here. Just wanted to update you. The interior is pretty much done. Still working on the console and part of the cluster right there. So, all right, guys, have a good one. See you in the next video. All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host and installer, Dwayne Lee, and you are not at Creativeville Concepts, where all the magic happens. I'm out here at the mall shooting a little footage of the completion of my 2007 FJ Cruiser. Beautiful day today, so wanted to get this video footage in, which is part of many other video clips that I'll be putting together. So I'll be going in depth, of course, with everything that I installed on the outside and the inside. But for now, I want you guys to just take a look at it and see what's going on. So brief description of some things I've added. Of course, I had the bottom section of the bumper painted black, which it actually comes in gray from the factory, and these end cap bumpers, they were replaced with these aftermarkets. And what I've done, I replaced the fog lights that it actually came with a amber fog light that works with the interior lighting. So when I open the door, that's when they come on, along with the interior lighting, dome light. So you might not be able to see a lot of it, but it does have ambient lighting as well, which is the zombie lights. See a little bit of the blue, shows up better at night. Got a video playing on this 13.3 inch Android system. There's the carburetor digital cluster that I custom installed, and this thing is absolutely insane. You can see the boot up on it, carburetor. Doors open right now, but I should be able to go through the menu screens. This is like a Lamborghini type setup. This display here, but as you can see, it actually gives you all the information that you need. In the upper right hand corner, you can see you can put your personal name in here. Blue Thunder, I couldn't get the whole Thunder in, but you get the idea. There's the other screen mode. That's the other one here. So right now I'm driving in 2-wheel drive. If I switch it over to 4-wheel from that shifter there, it'll actually show the grid lit up for the 4-wheel drive. And you got another screen here. You can put your date, different things in there like that. So pretty cool, gives you all the specs. The only thing I have to get done is to get the tire pressure monitor switches actually mounted. So it's going to show, oh, it actually has the original dash, which is pretty damn cool. And you can go through the menu here on the steering wheel. As you can see, it shows different icons, your tire angle, miles per gallon, tilt angle, and then back to the original gauge from the 07, you know, Toyota FJ Cruiser. It's just a digital readout, but it's not the physical, which was damn cool, man. I think that is one of the coolest things about this. But anyway, and you got your overhead screen in here that I put in. So as you guys know in previous videos, what took the 2-year process was finding a company to finally go ahead and repair the leak that was on the roof rack here. That's all been done, taken care of. So I could not put this thing totally back together until I made sure that it was 100% sealed. Now you get that with a lot of new vehicles as well. I've heard stories about F-150s, Ram 15, 2500s that are doing the same thing. So yeah, it's, you know, these vehicles aren't made, you know, by Jesus Christ. You know, they're man-made, nothing's perfect. So yeah, if you guys you got a vehicle that where it leaks at, you know, if it's worth getting repaired, if it's paid for, if it's dependable, go ahead and get it done. But in my case here, this is a 07 FJ Cruiser, and I really like these vehicles. You know, these vehicles when they first came out, you know, I was like, wow, that's pretty neat. You know, it's something different, you know, unorthodox. The suicide doors on it, you know, that's a little bit getting used to. Something, you know, different that you see. That's my favorite color. This is called a voodoo blue, you know, which is Toyota's that's the name they named it. I don't know why it's called voodoo blue, but you know, it's beautiful color. All right, so on the inside here, this actually turns off and on the front marker lights that are connected to the interior, right? This one here actually physically turns on the VLAN daytime running lights separately without the headlights being on or without any lights being on, right? That turns that off. This is the way I wired it. So turning on the park lights, as you can see, this turns on the front bumper. Rough Country LED bar. Turns it off. The zombie lights are for the interior. So when I turn that off, it goes off like that. Guys, you know, leave me some comments if you want me to, you know, kick another video out that goes in depth of what I've done to it. You know, in specifics, I'll definitely do it for you. So with all that said, you guys have a blessed one, and I will see you in the next video. God bless.